And welcome back, players, gamers, adventurers, and explorers. Yeah, I'm gonna start changing up the intro. Yeah, I'm back in Destiny. What a surprise! Whoop-de-doo. And I am contemplating the possibility of single player content, single player games. I know that you can solo pretty much anything you want here. It's just a challenge because you have to build accordingly. Um, Punch him to death, right in the dinky. In any case, so yeah, I just spent the last three activities in Ops, Vanguard Ops, I guess we really want to call it. And I don't know, I don't really consider myself to be that good of a player, but I did a lot more killing than I normally do, and pretty much resurrected my other two teammates constantly. Never did get a res myself, and didn't get any commendations at the end of the activity, which I find to be a little disheartening because it just reinforces the feeling of hyper competitive play amongst what's supposed to be a team. Um, and I don't know what that's all about. I checked the gamer tags, and shock and surprise, one of them was actually a Sony player. Normally, I find Sony players to be very, uh, social, sociable, and you know, generally okay. I expect that kind of snubbing from somebody who's a little bit salty because they're on Xbox or PC. Even though Bungie is a PC company, believe it or not, the studio started as a PC company making games for Microsoft boxes, and I don't know. I've been over it so many times. Yeah, they couldn't even fucking wait for me. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to play this activity. I don't want to do this. I'm trying to get the reset for the Vanguard rep, which is the only reason why I'm here in the Vanguard Ops, is because I would like to go ahead and get the. I don't even think I have the. I don't even think I reset the first time. Did I? I did. Yes, I'm on the ornament, I believe now. Uh, so yeah, I'm just going for the reset before things get too wacky. And I don't know. It's just it's weird because it's like if you don't put in your effort, everybody shits on you, and if you put in your effort, everybody shits on you. It's like everybody's just shitting on each other in this game. At least that's my experience, and it's pretty consistent. It's like one out of maybe 10 activities spread over a number of play sessions that I'll actually find a fire team that's not only working together and working towards the win, actively working towards the win to make sure that we all have a good time. Oh, I'm still back on the hive. Too bad I don't have fucking bounties. Too bad I don't have any bounties to kill hive, right? uh, yeah, this is just me playing hiking simulators now, I guess. So I don't know, trying to strike the balance between going too far or not going far enough as far as they're concerned. And I'm just tired of playing to other people's expectations. Really don't. Uh, I really don't like it. I think the commendation thing is a good thing because that's a whole lot nicer when it actually matters. But people are, because they put a reward behind it, I don't think it's sincere. I don't think it works. Uh, it's just basically sad because it's the Destiny that I knew when I was playing competitively. When I was playing Crucible, I was making my push towards Trial of Osiris. Not necessarily towards the lighthouse. I'm not that good. But getting upwards into the you know ranks and trying to uh, get that loot, that sweet Crucible loot, back when it mattered. I mean, this Blast Bateau I've had since I rebuilt this character almost 2 years ago, a year ago. What's the kill? What's the kills count on this thing? Uh, where do I find that? Only 30 Crucible opponents. Oh, I haven't played with this fucking ever. Dude, what the fuck? Is it reset? Oh, this is a new Blast Bateau. Yeah, it's got threat detector chain reaction. That's what I haven't actually been using. I've been so busy with swords and chains. I know it's not meta, but I like it. I really like it. I'm really glad that they stopped using ammo for sword guarding. I like the way it makes a cracking sound. I used to eat shellfish. I used to find the cracking of shells and legs, crabs, and lobsters. So sad. But I have since walked away from shellfish for years now. I think I had some like semi-artificial crab. Believe it or not, the thing they call artificial crab actually does have some crab juice in it. And I don't know what the reasoning is behind that, but if you're allergic to shellfish, that counts. Be careful. Be careful what you read. Read the ingredients, especially if you are that sensitive. I have some people in my life who are, and just like I stopped smoking close to 30 years, more than 30 years ago. Well, close to 30 years ago, actually. I stopped smoking because I had people in my life who were sensitive to it. I stopped doing shellfish also, and honestly, you know what? I don't miss it. Uh, and like I said, the one time that I did, try it back out again just to see what it was like, I didn't like it. And then I remembered when I was a kid, my family was really big into things like shrimp cocktail and crab feeds and lobster dinners and shit like that. I really, I didn't like it. I just wanted a slice of meatloaf with some mashed potatoes and green peas. Believe it or not, even as a 12-year-old, even as a 10-year-old, even as a little kid, um, my sibs are totally into seafood though. I love well, no, to be fair, I enjoy seafood a lot, but I like things like tilapia, salmon, halibut, uh, cod, and I just find the flavor of actual fish to be good, and the flavor of shellfish to kind of come off a little bit like cold snot. If you've ever had one of those kinds of colds, where everything just drains down the back of your throat, that's what it feels like, tastes like to me. I don't know. It's just some people really get into it, though, but I think that people get into it because of the culture around it, the the signaling that it presents, and I think that's a lot of what really is what drives our contemporary society once again, where we've become a society of signals, and we're not actually conducting ourselves as a society of community and teamwork and stuff. It's all gone back to me first, gimme, and it's a cycle. It is. The generation before me, I remember when I was younger, they used to think about, "Hi, Dad, we gave a shit about customer service." And my generation, well, at least my personal direct experience with retail, customer's not always right, but for fuck's sake, mate, make sure that customer comes first. Find out why they're wrong, and realize that it's probably the company's fault because they didn't educate the consumer as to the products and services. And a lot of companies like it that way too. They want you ignorant of what you're consuming. They want you ignorant of what you're buying, because if you were informed and educated, you might make a competitive choice to benefit your resources and your experience. And that doesn't work for your bottom line at all, because competition is bad. I think competition is fine, but I also feel like it's only a competition if you think you can lose. Because I don't really, actually, in my hindsight, I've realized that I've never gone into any kind of game or tournament with the concept of loss. I go in to play, going in to, you know, challenge my strategies against other opponents' strategies, challenge my tactics against theirs, and challenge my sensibilities, my understanding of the game, that kind of thing. And losses don't feel good. Don't like those. Nobody who actually ever plays to lose. But I'm not going to be such a hyper-competitive individual as to try to take unfair advantages, nor will I, be a bad sport when I lose. I mean, it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't feel good, and a sour look on my face is more than expected. Anyway, I should get some lightning grenades. I wonder if I can get a blast by toe with lightning grenades. That would be sick. I should be wrapped up with the challenges right now. So yeah, as you can see, I am, for the most part, playing solo. Single player, my own little... it would be more fun to do this. What are you doing up here? It'd be more fun to do this if there was more targets like this, more experiences where they have as many of these targets as possible. There's supposed to be a ghost. Come on, man, get out. My left side of my controller is all janked up, having problems keeping things lined up. So oh, I forgot that's not a sticky grenade. Shit. Oh, I'm so fucked. Oh, okay, I need to break it. Let's see. It's getting close. There we go. We finally completed that one. And we're looking there. We got that. So all we got left now is the auto rifle kills. So I just keep playing with auto rifle. I don't get my kills taken by somebody else who can find a blow like that. See, that's the other thing too, is that like the challenges of the activity don't fucking make it very easy to be a teammate. It should be easy to be a teammate. That's the easiest part of any game, is to be a teammate. Being an effective teammate, that's difficult. That is difficult, but you can still be a teammate. You don't have to be a top player to be a teammate. Just be somebody who supports. And I think that having challenges that require us to isolate our activities, our efforts, is just not very teammate. And I like that about the old Destiny, is that the bounties were a group thing. If somebody showed up with, what am I, fuck? Like I told you guys, my controller's doing weird shit. Okay, strange interactions. But I am playing crossplay right now, so I'm playing my one guy versus two Microsoft guys. And yeah, I know Xbox is Xbox, but it's still a Microsoft operating system in there, way down beneath all that fancy hardware and mediocre graphics and sound cards. It's kind of interesting, but I know people have their opinions about Xbox. I think sometimes people choose a thing because they feel a sense of loyalty to the group. I just waste my. Oh, good. Got something there. Yay. I don't know. I played this. I don't like these battleground guard ops. The old seasonal arenas or seasonal activities should not become Vanguard operations. Nightfall, have them as nightfalls, or have them as like challenges. We have lost sectors. Excuse me. We have lost sectors. We have legendary lost sectors, which by comparison is strikes versus nightfalls versus Vanguard ops versus nightfalls. But I think if we had these seasonal arenas on a rotation, but people can then go in and say, oh, well, I didn't get my triumph for this, and then they can go back to get that triumph. I think it would create a more diverse experience. And I think that's really what people really complain about when they complain about there's not enough to do in the game, or there's not as much as there used to be to do in the game, is because they're looking for that diversification. They want that experience. They want different experiences. Like, I love Lost Sectors. I really enjoy it. Each one has its own little challenges. I don't do Legendary Lost Sectors because I just don't find it worth it. I'm going to get a possible exotic piece and maybe some top end gear, but I mean, I have pretty good stuff right now. We're playing on that things are not as bad as they could be. There we go. I'm trying to get that flag. Look at that. Oh, no. Yeah, it really, also another thing too is I've noticed is that the game's not easy, it's just slow. Everything takes so fucking long. And it doesn't matter how efficient you are. It's going to take that long. Like we were doing that one off that's like you start off with the positive, you start off with the positive, and it is this psyop thing, and you're escorting that artifact across the divide. That's what it's called. I played this game for fucking 10 years now, so the job. And so we're in the little annex place, where we have the bell, and we wiped the room. The room is empty, it's done, and we stood there for like close to 45 seconds at the barrier, waiting for the stupid, interaction icon to come up at the bell. Finally, it did. I was like, oh man, they made us wait for 10 minutes. Well, actually 9 minutes, 45 seconds, but for nearly 10 minutes they would. Because we were getting faster than the game wanted us to, and that just points out that just proves everything that I've been saying about how Destiny, used to be about players engaged, but now it's about hours spent. They would rather have 5 dudes, dumping 100 hours a week than 10 dudes dumping 20 hours a week. I don't know. I'd take the 20 players over the 5. Because then you get a broader sense. Well, no, actually, no. Because if you do have a broader sense of what they got, you might have to actually build up expectations. But then again, I mean, it's our own fault. That Bungie has said over and over, we make games we want to play. So this is the kind of game we want to play. Still struggling over here. Love it. Oh, shit. There we go. Yeah, so they did change that. They said something about making it so that we wouldn't be able to annihilate us. Oh, never mind. Blastback is still a thing. Good times. All over the place. Now you know why I like swords. I don't get misadventures with swords. Or killed by the architect with swords. Ooh, stuffed him straight into the ceiling. I'm presuming that I've gotten all my rifle kills. Which means I might not. Hello. Okay, I'm gonna do that. I have my ADS and my finisher on the same key. I figure if I'm close enough to finish them, then I should be finishing. We did it! Yay! We're Guardians! We're Guardians! We did it! But, alright, let's see what we got. Yay, 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 yay. And it is much faster just to do this than it is to try to freaking get everything else done. Okay, so we got that, 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 that. Okay, so sniper rifles. Ooh. Uh, targets. Just eliminating targets. Okay. More sniper rifles. And melees. And then defeat bosses. Okay, so we're doing sniper rifles. Or we're not doing anything. And we're going to go do some hard work. We're gonna do some hard work. Oh well. That's it. Just a lot of rambling. Just kind of thinking about single player stuff. I'm not kidding though. If Bungie ever releases a single player, true single player, full narrative like Halo version of Destiny, I would definitely be buying that. I'd even go collector's edition because that'd be so much fun to get back into that kind of game style. I mean, it's fun to compare, and everything like that, but do you really need to? You don't really need to. I don't ever felt the reason for it. Well, thanks for hanging out. Listen to me prattle on about pipe dreams. Until next time, play well and be nice to each other.